Hi, and welcome to the 5th episode of Whiskey and Watches with Nick. We are back to Islay. I know, I stayed away for an entire episode. Yay me, the therapy's helping. Just kidding, there's no therapy. I'm just sticking with the Isleys because I like them. Before we get too far into this, a glare-free shot. Hamilton Khaki Automatic, the King with the full day complication at 12. One of the first watches the first true watch I ever bought back in 2004. When I came back from my first tour overseas, had a little cash in my pocket, wanted to do something adult and civilized after having done neither for some period of time. Bought myself a watch. Little did I know the debilitating addiction that it would foreshadow. No, I mean the watch, not the whiskey. Anyways, today I'm really excited. We're reviewing a very fun, what can only politely be called a value brand. We are drinking McClelland's, yep. This is their Islay. They do a Highland, Lowland, Speyside, and an Islay. How they do the other three is a matter of some conjecture, when you consider that this is in fact made by Morris & Bowmore. So it's pretty clear where the Islay comes from. It comes probably from the Bowmore distillery, and we'll talk about that in a sec as well. Maybe they have distilleries in the other regions. I don't know. We are only doing the Islay tonight. And boy, is it an unapologetic, young, I don't want to say angry, but slightly petulant whiskey. That said, I really like it. I've really been enjoying it. And that stands in stark contrast to some of the harsh and even like hostile and just brutal reviews that I read online while prepping this episode. I always like to read other whiskey tasters' notes on a whiskey to help round out, my notes on the whiskey. Am I missing something that other people are tasting, or am I misdescribing something? Well, in this case, I just had to laugh because a lot of people just really hate this whiskey. I mean, how could you hate this whiskey? I, however, enjoy it. So what I think it basically is a pretty young, I guess it has to be at least 3 years, and it's probably just about a 3-year Bowmore. Maybe it's remainder barrels. I don't know if distilleries necessarily manage their stock like that. Maybe it's a barrel they don't want to put into their 12-year or what. It goes in here. It's unmistakably an Islay. I mean, you can tell it's an Islay the second you open the bottle. Smoke. Smoke notes completely dominate this whiskey. So on the nose, you have like a burnt wood, not just a wood smoke, but like a burnt wood smoke, kind of like a cinder smoke. One of the reviews I read online called it an ashtray smell. Ew and no, but if you were to say maybe a burning cigar, or maybe a recently extinguished cigar, then you might not be too far off base. You might catch some of the, for lack of a better word, kind of harsh smoke smells. They don't dominate. They don't over present. They aren't overwhelming, but it's there. But it is balanced, contrary again to some of the hostile, angry reviews I've read about this. It is balanced. There's a very generic, sweet baked goods or vanilla-y kind of smell on the nose. And hints of, like, again, a generic citrus, maybe an orange. Maybe an orange peel kind of coming and going. It's really quite nice. On the palate, substantial and pleasant peat, not overly smoky on the palate. maybe a little chocolate on the finish, giving way to a little bit of citrusy bitterness. Not unpleasant, not at all. Not a bad whiskey. And here's why I was so excited to review it, or aside from the fact that I was enjoying it, and why I'm calling it a great value whiskey. I picked it up at the liquor store near my house here in the northwestern part of the States for 33 bucks. Yeah. So, do you get what you pay for? Yeah. Are you getting maybe a little bit more than you might expect at that price point? Actually, yeah. To me, it really is a respectable Islay whiskey. It doesn't have any of the more refined or more, specifically discernible nose or palate characteristics that you might get from, say, its other Beam Suntory Islay stablemates like Bowmore 12 or Lafroig, obviously. But for the price, it's quite good. It's fun. If you like Islay whiskeys and if you like to explore, pronounced smoke and burnt, as well as, some maritime and peat characteristics in a whiskey, then you could do a lot worse for 33 bucks than McClelland's. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're all fired up to go out and get yourself a really lovable value whiskey. As always, thanks for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, drink whiskey, love watches. See you next time.